I'm Soledad O'Brien, and I'm an anchor and special correspondent at CNN. I'm very excited to be addressing the New Generation Latinos Conference on April 5th. I think my experience as a New Generation Latina mirrors a lot of experiences that people share with me, some people who are older than I am, some who are younger. This idea that maybe in the community where we grew up, in my community, which was an all-white neighborhood, I felt like I stuck out, and yet when you go on to college and you sort of join a bigger group, you realize that this is a very typical experience, that there's so many people like me who are born in this country, who have roots in Latin America, who speak Spanish or Spanglish or no Spanish, and who heavily identify with being Latino, who are multicultural and who see themselves as very strongly identifying as American, but also strongly identifying as where they come from, and that those two things can exist simultaneously very easily. So in a lot of ways, my youth, because I grew up in an all-white neighborhood, felt like I wasn't part of something. But as I've gotten older, and then as a journalist, as I get to tell stories about, diverse populations, I realize that my story is a very typical American story. The story of multicultural people is an American story. And so it's sort of what I think has made me a better reporter in a lot of ways. People who think the Hispanic market is just folks who speak Spanish are missing the boat. They're missing opportunity. The business case for diversity, for opening up yourself to more stories and more opportunity, is really to win. It's really to win the market, is to win the ratings, is to win. And I think the reason people need to understand that there's this very different market out there than what they might think, a market of young people who are fluent in English, who are born in this country, who are comfortable identifying as Latino and American. That is a huge market, and until you understand that market, you're just business-wise missing out. You literally are missing out. As journalists, my job is to try to tell those stories, because that's a huge part of our market, and those stories are interesting to everybody. So if you can leverage that, then I think business-wise, you absolutely have a leg up on everybody else.